Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. Hey, this is Mama's Chicken and Dumplings. Before the video starts, I want to tell everybody, this is like the third video we ever did. Y'all, I was so amateur filming. I talked way too much, I know I did. When you see it, I know I talked too much, but hey, I didn't know not to. But listen, check this video out. If you've never made chicken and dumplings the old-fashioned way, I'm talking about the old-fashioned way, like beginning with boiling chicken and stuff instead of a rotisserie chicken. Check this video out. This is Mama's Chicken and Dumplings. Hey everybody, it's Marshall. It's Saturday morning and we're making chicken and dumplings. We've had so many requests for this, and Mama's got it going, and I'm going to let her take over and tell you exactly where she's got this.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's glad to be with you again. Today we're doing an old common recipe of chicken and dumplings. And I started off with a whole fryer, sort of a fat one. The more fat you get in it, the better it's going to be. And then I added a pack of chicken wings to that to get some extra fat in it. And you just put it in a big bowl and put it on the stove and start it off on probably a medium high. And don't put the lid on it, because if you do, it's going to, when it comes to boil, it's going to all boil over and it's going to be one big mess. So bring it to a temperature, just watch it, and bring it up to a temperature where it will boil, a steady boil without boiling over. And when you get it up that far, then you can take your lid and put your lid on top of it and let it go for about another good hour. And this one I've got cooking now, it's been cooking about 20 minutes since I brought it to a boil. So now it's boiled down enough, you can see it just gently rolling, but it's boiling to where I can put my lid on it and it will be safe to not have to pay attention to it, because I certainly don't want to mess of grease to have to clean up. And then we'll come back in a little while and show you the finished, how we finish up the rest of it and get the old-fashioned chicken and dumplings made.
All right, everybody, you heard it straight from Mama. Let me give you one more peek of this. She's had this on probably about 20 minutes, where she said around 2 hours on this. And so we'll be back in about 2 hours, show you how to put this together. Okay, everybody, we're back. It's been about an hour and 35 minutes. Tell us what to do next, Mama.
Okay, we're going to take the, I've had it covered the whole time it's been boiling after I got the temperature just right on it. So now we're going to take the lid off. And the wings are done. I'm going to go ahead and take the chicken wings out and leave the breast about 15 more minutes to make sure they're good and done.
Okay, so the breast may take a little bit longer sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we're just going to dip in with our slotted spoon and get the wings out.
Now, folks, what we're showing you right here is the old-fashioned way. We realize right now you could probably add, a few chicken bouillons to it or anything like that, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to cook it like chicken bouillons wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, that's right. Because it wasn't when I learned.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And another thing, a lot of you people that eat hot wings, I don't eat them, but a lot of people do, you can take these wings and just set them aside and not take the chicken meat off of them. And take your favorite hot sauce or whatever it is you mix.
Oh, yeah.
Cover them up with that and stick them in the oven for about 20 minutes and get the sauce built.
Oh, boy.
And then you'd have 8 chicken hot wings.
Yeah.
8 hot wings.
Yeah, there you go.
I used the mainly today to add a little extra fat and flavor to what I'm cooking. Be sure to have enough of chicken stock to make the dumplings.
Okay.
Yeah, about 10 more minutes and we'll get the breast out.
Okay, y'all. We'll be back about 10 more minutes. Okay, everybody, we're back. Tell us what to do next, Mama.
Okay, now we've come to the end of the chicken boiling. So we're going to take the lid off. We've already removed the wing sections earlier.
Okay.
Because the rest of it needs to cook just a little bit longer. And now we're going to dip in the rest of the chicken out. You can see it's all to pieces now. All that's not going in it. We're just going to pick out the best pieces of the chicken to put in it. And what we're left with is just a pure chicken broth that comes from the chicken.
See that, folks? That's what's giving it the flavor. You can't get that with a canned broth.
No, you can't. And you know the chicken's done when it's falling off, falling off the bone. Now, that's about enough of that. So we're going to set this aside. Let it be under the ceiling fan, and it'll cool that off while I get a strainer to strain the liquid that
Okay.
I've got in the pot.
And here's a shot of the chicken, y'all. After it's boiled and falling to pieces and good and done. She's supposed to start the dumpling process, so here's the flour bowl that all the video started with.
Strain the liquid, see how much we got. Now I've got just a little colander in the middle of that to catch all the bad stuff that I don't want in it.
I got you.
There ain't a whole lot left in it, but stuff I don't want in it.
Okay.
And that's what broth we have. Now we're going to rinse our pan out and put it back on the oven with some dumplings on it. And once we get it rinsed out, the liquid that we strained is going right back in. So we're going to take our liquid and put it back in the pot. Now back to the stove. Okay, now we're going to, I've got about 3 cups of flour that was measured out. So we got to separate the flour. We're going to add milk to it until we get it to a consistency to where we can drop it by spoonfuls.
Okay. Now this is similar to your biscuits, but you're not putting no Crisco in this, I noticed.
Right. Because you want it to be a consistency where you can pick it up and drop it by spoonfuls into your hot chicken liquid while it's boiling.
Okay.
So you can tell a lot difference. You can pick it up and it's not running down.
Right.
Alright, now we're going to see it bring our soup to boiling. It's boiling slowly but not hard enough.
The chicken's not in there when you're dropping your dumplings in, right? You're dropping them into that boiling broth.
We're going to get the dumplings done first in the broth. And then we're going to remove some white meat. I only use white meat. I mean, your choice, white, dark, whatever, mix it up. But I only like the white chicken meat. Maybe a little bit of meat off the thighs in there.
Okay.
Meat part to it. So then we're going to add that at the end when the dumplings get cooked.
Okay.
And salt and pepper. Don't forget salt and pepper to
Yeah.
the taste.
Right.
We're going over to the stove. This is sort of like a, what am I looking for? A thick pancake mix.
Okay.
And this spoonful and over in the boiling liquid it's going.
Just drop it in.
Just drop it in. And just don't bother it. See while it's cooking in there?
Mm-hmm.
Don't disturb it. Just let it go on its own. We've got 3. 4. And that makes 5.
And you're making sure they're not sticking together.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you put them in there, they start fluffing up. I see that.
Now we got 6 going in there now. We're going to let it cook a couple of minutes and stir it up a little bit. And then we'll add a few more. We just don't want to overdo it. Okay, while this is cooking, don't do no heavy stirring on it. Just let each little dough ball take its own shape. And then once it takes its shape, you can kind of take the fork and flip it over and let the other side get cooked good. And then it won't tear apart because you don't want them tore all to pieces.
Okay.
Just ease your fork around. You can tell when you need to add some more. Them's looking pretty good now. So now we're going to add a few more.
All right.
When you go to put them in, go to a place where there's not a bunch of dough already. Try to go from the sides. Because usually when it hits the sides, it'll go straight to the bottom.
Okay.
Start boiling. Just go down in the liquid. And that's what you want. I've got some spots over here with some bubbles. So we're going to put a couple over here. Where it's really boiling, that's where you want to drop some dough.
Okay, I see.
And let it go on down in there. Maybe a little right here. Alright, that should be the dough part. Now we're going to watch this. Kind of keep them moved over. The ones that have cooked the most.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to add just a little bit of salt.
Oh, yeah.
You can always add more of this once you go to eat it.
All
To
right.
start off with, I'm going to put about a teaspoonful of salt. And that.
Okay.
And then I have some, I like to grind my own peppercorn because I make it coarser. And so we got some black pepper over here that I ground up yesterday.
Okay.
So we're going to sprinkle some of this. It's a lot thicker than the regular black pepper. Maybe about a teaspoonful of that. Now it's just going to boil till it all gets done.
Approximately how long does it take for the dumplings to get done?
Well, it can vary. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes time they've all been, took their own shape and all.
Right. Okay.
Now you don't want to, then you want to lower your heat a little bit. Because a hard boil is going to cause them to break apart and just go all out in the pan.
I got you.
And you want some dumplings in it. So we've lowered our heat.
It looks like potatoes in there to me.
Yeah, that's basically what it looks like, little potatoes. That's really the way you want them to look.
Yeah.
Just little pieces of dough balls. A lot of people use canned biscuits. You can use them. I mean, that's your own choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take a canned biscuit and cut it in 4 pieces and you'd have 4 little dough balls right there.
Yeah.
So, but this is the way I like to make them when I make them. To me, this is a wintertime food. There's certain foods I cook more in the wintertime than I do in the summer.
I got you.
So this is one I do more in the wintertime. And like turnip greens and collards, to me, they're a winter food. And I only usually cook them when the frost has hit them. They don't really have a good taste to them until the frost has hit them all. There's something about the frost when it falls on the collards and the turnip green, it just brings out the flavor that much more. And most of the people my age never would eat them until the frost hit them.
Wow.
Then they'd eat them.
I didn't know that. Now you just taught me something.
Really good. Nothing like this processed stuff they have.
Oh Lord, I know.
Even a lot of stuff you buy in the grocery store that's out of season. It may be in season in some of these other states where it's warmer, but if the frost is not hit it, it's not going to have that original collard taste or the turnip green taste that I like.
Oh yeah, I sure didn't know that.
And we're still stirring a little, but some of our dough balls ain't quite ready yet.
I'm trying not to get too close to that steam. I steam my camera.
So you have little balls like that. They're just cooking, boiling, right, gently boiling, not hard. Just gently boiling. So you make sure they're all good and done. And when we take this off the eye, we're going to pick some of the white meat off of the chicken that we've already boiled. Pick out some nice meat off of that and drop it down in it and kind of gently turn it over a few times and maybe add a little more black pepper, salt to your taste. And that'll be the end of the chicken and dumpling dish. Okay, so now we're back to our chicken. And hopefully it's cool enough now to where I can handle it and get it out. The dumplings are done, so we're going to start with the chicken breast. That's all I wanted is the white meat. You know, it's been a pleasure cooking this stuff for y'all. Like I say, I'm no fancy cook. Never have been. What I learned through trial and error. I had a ninth grade education. That's as far as I got in school. Then I married, and then I had my 3 children.
Mama, go ahead and tell us where you learned how to cook mostly when you were small. A lot of people have asked.
Most of my cooking, I grew up in a broken home. My mom and dad were separated, and nobody really seemed to care with the way the wind blew with us. So finally, the visiting teacher, Miss Davis from Cartersville, she got to talking with the judges, and they decided to place us in the Georgia Baptist Children's Home. So that's where I spent about 6 years. I was probably about 7 years old when I went there, and then when I got out when I was 13, almost 14, and I come back to where I grew up, or where I should have grew up at. So, but all my cooking I learned in the Georgia Baptist Children's Home.
Wow.
They taught us when I was a young girl how to make bread, and through the years you get away from that stuff, but once you learn it, you never really forget it.
Like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, just like riding a bicycle. So now here I am, 70 years old, 70 and a half, and this has been kind of a fun journey for me, cooking with my son, and you know, we just had fun in the kitchen.
It is fun. Y'all, we didn't have no idea this was going to take off like this. We'd been doing it a long time before.
Maybe if I'd have been 30 years younger.
Oh.
But back then, I was like everybody else, just working in the carpet mills and places where I could work with the education that I had. But thank God I got out of all of that.
There you go.
And come a long way, and don't regret any of it. Been ups and downs, and like every other family, good times and bad times, but we learn to work through it.
That's right.
That's the main thing. So now I think it's September the 26th or the 27th. It's hard to remember now. Me and Martha have been married 56 years.
Wow.
And we'll be here till death do us part.
That's right.
So let me get back and get some more chicken now and get the recipe going.
All right. Thanks for sharing with us. A lot of people ask a lot of questions about you, want to know about you.
They a whole lot to know. I've been married all my life.
Well, I've been married going on 31 years myself, so.
The years flow by.
They do.
When you get older, they don't slow down.
They do.
Seems like time's picked up more now since we got older, because we ain't really physically able to get out and do all the things we did 30 years ago.
Right. She's getting the white meat off. She don't like the dark meat, so let's see what she's got going on.
And all you people that like dark meat, there's probably a pound of chicken salad in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to eat this, y'all. It won't be thrown out, believe me. I love dark meat myself.
Now, we'll separate it and make something with it. So when I get to the bottom, it seems like the harder it's getting. But this has really been fun for me, too. It gives me something to do besides sew and things like that I used to do. I just piddle around with them now to pass the time on.
Oh, yeah, y'all. By the way, she is a master sewer, too. She worked for years and years and years in a sewing plant when she was younger, too.
I learned a lot of stuff through the years. Took chances on my own and to learn to make what I wanted to make. So that's how I got started in the sewing.
And Mama, the quilts she used to make with Nanny, oh my Lord, we still got a lot of them. One of them she's made for me, I'll keep forever. But I'm telling y'all, you find in life what you can do, get good at it, and you know you'll amaze people with it.
Or you just do it, because back then we had nothing else to do. Nothing. There was all the video stuff.
No, it sure wasn't.
None of that stuff was around.
Mm-mm.
But whatever we could come across to do to pass the time, we did it, and we had fun doing it.
That's right.
And it was new to us too, because we never done that stuff before.
Okay, now, Mama, the chicken and dumplings, right? We're at the end of it. So what you're doing now is just basically, if you like dark meat, folks, you can put that in there as well. I probably would if I was making this for myself. But so basically, Mama, what you're saying is everything's done, and when you put that chicken in there, stir it up a little bit, maybe let it simmer a few more minutes.
Yeah, just to get the flavor stirred.
Right.
And it's done. Then let me make my hand.
Okay. And again, folks, a lot of people there's a lot of recipes out there to use chicken bouillon, and that is absolutely fine. We just wanted to show you just the basic old-timey way of making this. I remember, and I'm 52 now, I remember a lot of times my nanny, Daddy's mama up there, making this exact same thing right here, the exact same way. So it's just, one way of doing chicken and dumplings that we're passing on to the next generation.
An era gone by.
An era gone by. But a lost art not forgotten.
Yeah. I don't know the new techniques. This is all I know.
Well, we're going to stay on your niche.
Okay, we're going to put some chicken in it now. Over in the dumplings.
Look at them dumplings, how pretty and fluffy they are. And a lot of people, we've had comments, I don't like soggy bread. It's not like soggy bread, maybe just the outside part just a little bit, but the inside is like a done biscuit on these dumplings.
It's a dumpling.
So you're not eating a big mouthful of wet bread here.
No.
It's dry on the inside, believe it or not. It boils and the inside of it's dry.
I'm going to add a little bit more of my black pepper.
Absolutely. That's my favorite of all.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of black pepper too. The salt, I ain't much of a fan of that, but I use quarterly sparingly.
Right, I'm the exact same way. I had to take that after you.
Now we've got our chicken in there, and the dumplings.
And I can tell the dumplings have thickened the broth up.
Yeah, it will. It thickens as it cools.
Yeah.
So we got medium-sized dumplings. We got dumplings that big. Some that big.
Y'all do understand I'm fixing to tear into this, don't you, folks?
Some that big.
Yeah.
And you can go back and you can put the whole chicken in it if you want it in there.
Right, I probably would.
But I don't particularly care for dark meat and nothing.
Yeah, okay.
I just don't mix it up.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Oh, Lord, this is smelling so good. I'm fixing to get on this. But it's the chicken and dumplings, a lot of requests. We thank you for your request. And
I've enjoyed being here with you today. And y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you the next time.